What's holding you back from healing? Hi, this is Dr. Rando. I'm a health and healing educator and author, and I do these Friday wellness wisdom videos to go in depth on a particular topic. And today I gently but honestly want to ask you this question. What do you think is holding you back from healing, from true healing? Now, I know many people tell themselves, oh, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. It was a long time ago and I should be over it by now. Or, hey, it wasn't so bad. But what if the reason that you're feeling triggered, stuck, frustrated, unmotivated, disconnected, unfulfilled isn't because you're broken in some way, but because something inside you never got the chance to heal? So here's some things about trauma that maybe are often misunderstood. Trauma is not rare, and it is not just reserved for the most extreme cases. Trauma affects people of all ages, backgrounds, races, religions, life stories. It doesn't matter. Yes, it comes from big events, abuse, assault, loss, but it also comes from repeated small events, especially in childhood. And trauma isn't just what happened, it's how your body and nervous system experienced it. And when trauma goes unresolved, guess what? It never disappears. It shows up in our relationships, it shows up in our health, in our self-talk, in our boundaries, and even in our careers. And guess what? Unhealed trauma wears many disguises. Chronic self-criticism, perfectionism and or workaholism, people-pleasing, emotional numbness or emotional overwhelmness, feeling stuck or unfulfilled no matter how hard we try, and repeating the same mistakes in our relationships. When we get triggered, when something sparks that strong emotional reaction, that's not weakness, that's not brokenness, that's our nervous system trying to protect that old wound. So here are a few myths about trauma. One is, it wasn't so bad, and others had it so much worse. But trauma isn't a competition. If it affected you, it's trauma. Another myth is time heals all wounds. BS. Yes, it does put a distance from that trauma, but healing requires attention, intention, and support. Another big one is self-blame. It was my fault. I should have done it differently. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been wearing what I was wearing. This voice is incredibly common and deeply unfair to us. Or perhaps it's the most unlimiting belief of all. If I stop thinking about it, it'll simply go away. Or if I lock it in my heart like I believed, it'll simply go away. No, not true. What isn't healed does not disappear. It waits and shows up whenever we least expect it. But here's the truth. Healing isn't about reliving these past experiences or breaking up families because of abuse in the family and placing blame. It's not about that at all. Healing is about moving at your own pace, with safety, with compassion, with support, so your nervous system can finally shift out of survival mode. Trauma is not a flaw, not a disorder, or a personal failure. It's simply a human survival response. And healing isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about reconnecting and giving the chance to finally fully integrate to our whole selves. So, if this message hits you in some way, please go to my website. I have resources, articles, assessments on trauma, on healing, on how to start a healing journey, on how to find that support, on how to love yourself, to find that self-love, to finally become whole again. And I just hope that this weekend you'll go to my website and start looking at some of those articles. All right. This is Dr. Randall wishing you a great weekend. I'll see you next Friday for another video.